Hello everyone, welcome back to Rizzo Rink in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where we are about to get underway for this Wednesday night, doubleheader, and game one of said doubleheader between the two top place teams in the land, the 8-0 Thunder and the 7-2 Pups. I'm Caden Strobe, your solo voice for this evening's affairs. The Thunder look to continue their hot streak following an 11-6 win over the Revs on Monday night. And the Pups coming in at 7-2 after a surprising 12-7 loss to the Beerwolves on that same day, the early slate in that one. So both teams less than 48 hours apart from the finish of their first games. And we'll see which team off short rest will get the early edge and possible end advantage. 3 15-minute periods about to come your way from Rizzo. Opening draw goes the way of the Thunder following an early start for the Pups, wearing orange with the white numerics and brown nameplate. The Thunder in their half yellow, half red with the shorts with the red and white numerics. Sullivan takes it around the blue line. Sullivan goes to the far side this time. Now pivoting is Connor. Into the middle he goes. Connor driving. Thought about a shot, thought better of it. And takes it wide. It goes off the boards. Second chance they score. Austin Connor cashes in on the rebound. And it's 1-0 Thunder early on. So Connor gets the best of the Pups starting goaltender in Blake Beal, wearing number 28. On the other end for the Thunder will be number 30, Alec Rubman. He shared the starting duties so far with Connor Atkinson. Both have looked extremely strong in their time in net. The Thunder lead the league in goal differential at 57 on the season. They have been dominant in their 8 wins. Bozak now off the draw sends that one the way of the Pup bench, where it's played by Quinn, wearing the formerly known Black Storm shorts. Still saying number 43 to avoid any confusion. Nick Fox now on the floor for the first time this week, was inactive on Monday night, and the Pups missed him dearly, the top scorer in the land. He gives to the near side. It's Kostak driving in the near circle. Kostak beneath the net. Chance in front here was pushed wide, and Rubin never saw a clean shot. It goes to the corner. Here is a pass to the middle before Stralene, but it's picked off. And now the Thunder take it away with Jake Hervada leading the charge. Hervada to Connor in the middle. Connor driving through contact, diving to the net. He makes contact, and it is a deemed a good goal as Austin Connor connects with Beal. He gestures to help him up, who is obviously inadvertent contact, or at least not the goal, I should say. But the goal does count. He was able to get in past Beal prior to the contact, and it is a 2-0 Thunder lead. As expected, Austin Connor getting a 2-minute minor for goaltender interference. The goal does still count. So there will still be a draw here. It'll be a 5-on-4 that goes the way of the Pups. And they look to cut into an early deficit, now down by 2 at the 12:57 mark in the first period. Again, Connor with that contact with Beal in net. And now an early start again for the Pups. So that's twice that Bozak jumped first. Now a chance for Hervada, gets pushed wide. Rebound back to Resch, who plays it on one hop in front of the Pup bench. Resch backpedaling, dropping near side. He has a 51 of Marr. Kyle Marr back to the middle. He has Resch, and now to the far side he goes. Hervada patrolling the blue line. Resch waits in the wings. Hervada holds, goes in deep. Marr fires an off-balance shot that gets off the mark. Off the top of the glass as well. It stays in play. The Pups fighting for it in the corner. And they will come away with it, with Caden Zadell being the first man to touch it on the new possession. Zadell gives to Grippo, and now Grippo returns the favor. Nick Fox at the top of the key finds Lindsay. Lindsay driving into the near circle. Lindsay back and forth with Stralene to Fox into the far corner. Wafted now from the far circle, over to Fox, winds, fires, shoots, and then he scores! Nick Fox gets that one past Rubman, and it's 2-1, and we're back to 5-on-5 as Fox scores at the exact halfway point of the man up. Good ball movement by the Pups in that possession. Nick Fox is able to finalize the job as he gets that one through. And he matches Connor's first goal. Still one more from Connor to try to even and level the playing field here for the Pups in the first 3 and so minutes. Off the draw, Caden Zadell taking it away. Zadell to the corner. Pressured deep by two Thunder defensemen. In the middle for Quinn. Fires it a little bit high and wide. And the rebound back toward Bozak. He's been a little bit busy in this early going. Usually the face-off specialist, but he's been on the floor for both ends. And he's done a solid job so far. Thunder ball off the ensuing change of possession. Kyle Marr to the far circle, off the stick and down to the middle, where it's played by Quinn. And the Pups take it away. They'll spin back for a new chance. Quinn to the far boards. Nick Fox in the main circle, driving in inside the blue line. Fox to the near side, now to the far side. The fired a shot that was a little bit wide of the net. Missed Rubman to his right. The rebound to Kostak, looking for Fox over his head. Played by Zadell instead. Zadell cutting back twice, looking to create space. Caden Zadell checked down. Again looking for help. Fires to the middle. One-timer, he's on goal and saved by Rubman, who makes his first stop of the day. Kostak took the shot. Thunderball now, fresh possession. Again, 5-on-5 following the Connor penalty, but then Nick Fox goal to wash it out. Chance in front here, a wide pass for Kyle Marr off the stick of Joey Clinges. Now chance again in front denied. Clinges with a second chance for redemption, kicked away by Beal. Two good saves, but not a third, as Grippo couldn't play the bounce, and the Thunder take over and score with Kyle Marr in front to make it 3-1. So 3 all-important goals in this early part of the game for the Thunder. 2 by Connor and now 1 by Marr. Marr being another player who was inactive for these two teams on Monday night. Hervada right off the draw. Quick chance for another goal. Diving in past Beal. The ball is wide of the net. It nets off its hinges as well. And Quinn will track it down and give everyone a chance to reset. Same with Beal. The net now back on its hinges. Quinn to the far side. Haswari waiting for it in the middle, but now he comes off as Lindsay plays it in the main circle. Lindsay pump fakes, then finds Stoleen. Quinn looking for space in the near circle. Goes out wide now to Lindsay. Chance in front for Quinn. Sidearm shot pushed wide. The rebound back towards Lindsay. Wide of him. Played by Kostak instead. Shot clock down to 1. And at the horn, it's Kostak. 3-2 as he goes 5-0 on Rubman to beat the shot clock. So Kostak answers Marr. Back and forth we go early. 5 total goals on the board in the first 6 and some minutes. Off the tie-up ball up in the air, played by Hervada. Hervada back and forth around the blue line, tied up. Now pass backwards. It's wide of the target. Charlene trying to chase it down with Resch there in the mix as well. Resch body check. Charlene has it, and now Charlene looking for assistance in the far circle. Now he's pried away. Far side and near side they go, beneath the clock, and back up to the top where Kyle Marr plays it. On one hop past Kostak. Chance in front here for Connor. For the 3rd goal of the day, he cannot get it. And the rebound back to the number 24, Kellen Korb. Korb to Marr, around the blue line. Marr patrolling, gives for Hervada. Near side to far side, Jake Hervada directing traffic. Gets a pick set, pass across for Marr. Thought about wind up, goes instead behind the back, chance for Hervada off the mark, and the rebound back to the Pups. It was a brilliant look, but Marr a little bit past his target. And so the Pups will take over on the offensive side. Caden Zadell now along the far circle. Zadell backpedaling, takes some faint contact, but not too much. Holds onto the ball. Kostak from inside the top of the near circle in the blue line. Pass to the middle, works into no man's land. The Thunder have it, double tied up there by 2 defensemen. The Thunder pried away, and Pat Smith streaking in with a shot denied by Beal. Thought about passing it, then fired one on target. A little bit off the mark, and Beal's able to make the stop. Ball lofted down 3/4 length of the field. Kostak a chance, is pushed wide of Charlene. Rebound right back to Rubman, who plays it behind his own net. Charlene chases it down, beneath the clock. Charlene looking for room to work with, driving in, shooting over the top of the shoulder, and they score. Andrew Strelin to make it 3-all. And we're 8 minutes in with 6 goals on the board. Hervada off the draw, driving in toward the net, backpedaling for Hervada, or backpedaling for Mar. Pardon me, goes 5-hole, and he scores. Kyle Amar from Hervada, right off the Thunder face-off win, makes it 4-3. And with 6:17 to go, the Thunder answer less than 30 seconds later. Another early assist for Hervada as Kyle Amar gets his second goal and back-to-back for the Thunder offense. Less than 6 to go now in the first period. Still a 4-3 game. Hervada backpedaling into the corner. He went behind the back looking for the 10 of Connor, but it was wide of him, and instead played by Aswari in the Pup defense. Aswari up the floor. Thought about getting a return feed, but instead it's Lindsay who clears the area. Over to Nick Fox this time through the near circle. Fox driving, tied up, over the top of the shoulder, and he scores. For the second time, Nick Fox cashes in, and he has an answer for Kyle Amar, and he makes it 4-all. Off the ensuing tie-up, ball loose between both legs of each face-off man as Bozak was able to finally find it. Hervada not quite there, but the Thunder do take the draw. Quinn to begin the first possession, up the floor to Korb. Korb to the middle, chance in front, wide. It took a weird hop off the boards and right straight off the ceiling where it's out of play. Caught in the netting and the Pups take over. Aswari finds Lindsay for the first delivery. Zadell behind Tim, takes the drop-off pass. Zadell driving through contact, now steps back and gives it right back for Lindsay in the main circle. Lindsay driving, looking to create space. Nick Fox streaking in, but didn't get a pass quite yet. Lindsay to Quinn, shot, save, rebound loose and pried away as Pat Smith clears the area. And the Thunder out of harm's way for a moment. Smith lost that one in the length of the floor, played off the boards by Resch, diving in and denied by Beal. A big-time save for the Pup goaltender that's had to make a few of them so far. Chance in the middle for Marr. Sliding attempt, it did not go. Didn't quite get to Beal either. As now Marr gets his own rebound into the corner. Marr back to Connor. Connor still wants a first period hat-trick. He's got time to do it. Can he get it here? He cannot. It's denied by Beal. A leg pad save for the Pups. Less than 4 to go now in the first period. Quinn from blue line to blue line takes it. Gives out wide. And through contact, drawing a whistle there is Ryan Rafferty, but it's actually against him. We'll say an offensive foul there, and it goes against the Pups. The Thunder will take over. Wayward pass to the middle off the stick of Hogarth, back to the 99 of Goldner off the deflection, excuse me. Goldner in the middle, wide of him again. Now Goldner tried to play it off the boards, he can't. Nick Fox gets there first. Sidearm toss just over lead was Rafferty. Would have been a tough pass to make for Fox, but Rafferty that's one step behind it. Thunder ball going the other direction. Austin Connor slowing the pace now against the far boards. In front of the Roman Catholic sign. Up to the top where he has the 88 of Buono. Michael Buono's been a little bit quiet in the early going. We've been on the floor quite often. Gets one of his few touches here. Mara shot on target. That's saved by Beal. Rebound against the Pup bench. Tied up there as a Thunder player. Jersey nearly all the way off. He's a big stick check right back. I believe that's Fox in the mix. He's taken down. 3 Thunder players in the area, and it'll go the way of the Thunder there as the ball finally was pried loose at the very end. Pup ball on the other end of the floor. The Rafferty is shot deflected right off the leg pad of Rubman, and he barely got a piece of that one, but got enough of it to send it out of play. And they'll say last touch Pups. Matt Clinges now looks to slow the pace. Gives for Clinges. Matt to Joey to Marr. Marr in the circle, backpedaling. Sidearm shot that somehow got free, as that was Connor who tried to pull a magic trick, but it did not work. And now Zadell chance in front, over the top, denied by Rubman. The rebound back to the Thunder in the corner. Austin Connor prized that one away. 2 subs coming on. Austin Connor in a 3-on-2 advantage. Quick deal to the middle. Chance from the far circle. Shot on goal was denied. The rebound may have caught a piece of a Thunder player in front. It's kept here. Hands up for a delayed call. That'll be against the Pups when we finally address it. Joey Clinges there in the mix. 2 versus 3 in favor of the Pups there. And finally the Thunder pried away before a timeout is eventually called. It sounded like the hand whistle for a delayed penalty. And it looks like we will have both be addressed in the coming moments. 4-all through about 13.5 minutes here at Rizzo Rink. 1:39 the game clock reads in this first period. And we have our first stoppage of the period. Minute 59 now in the first period. 4-all the score will be a 2-minute minor for cross-checking against the 14 of Ryan Quinn on the Pups. So that puts the Thunder up a man for the first time in this game. Nick Fox scored, went up a man for the Pup offense. So now defense looking to step up. They can't there though, as Austin Connor cashes in for a first period hat trick. Correction, it would be Adam Goldner. The assist was credited to Connor. So Goldner will cash in for his first goal of the game. It's Connor with his 3rd point of the day, but Adam Goldner will make it 5-4 Thunder. Off the draw, it's Aswari. Final minute of play in the first period. Aswari out wide, Quinn to the middle, chance in front, and they score. An answer from Lindsay, and it's 5-all just like that, less than 30 seconds later. Clock kicking down now to 33 and 32 in the first frame. 5-all still the score. 50 seconds remaining on what would be the penalty as it's washed off due to that latest goal. Reuter now in the mix. It goes to the corner. Thunderball as they pride away in space on one hop. It's Sullivan, excuse me, who overled the 99 of Goldner. Now behind the net is Beal, and with 11 seconds on the clock, a timeout was called. Again, 5-all the score in the first frame. And we will take our second timeout of the period. 1 now called for either side. .12 seconds flat to play in the first period. Right off the whistle as Pup balls Adele. Pass a little bit high for Sterling. Rebound back toward Fox, who played behind the net instead by Lindsay. One hop pass is blocked down. The Thunder trying to scoop it up. 2 seconds and 1. Sullivan at the horn. Chest pad save made by Beal. And that is how an action-packed first period will come to its conclusion. A 10-goal frame, 5-5 the score, 15 in the books, and 30 to come from Rizzo Rink in Game 1 on Wednesday night. 14:50 now in the second period. A running clock to begin the second frame. The Pups trying to take over off the draw. They finally get it cleanly. Pass up in the air toward Grippo, who finally scoops it. They'll give a sidearm toss there for Lindsay against the far boards. Lindsay will direct traffic. Parallel the blue line, finds Tyler Kostak, and now Kostak in deep, charging in Zadell, spinning, shooting, and having that one pop up from the air was Zadell. When right off the shoulder pad of the 61 of Brian Daly, where it's played to Lindsay instead at the top of the key, who fires a missile right on target, but it's saved there by Rubman. And the space now cleared by the Thunder defense. Kyle Marr takes over against the far glass. Marr, again, parallel with the boards. He fires to Joey Clinges. Clinges around the horn. Austin Connor between the circles. Sutter stepping, driving in. Connor through contact. A shot on goal is saved again. And Beal again stands strong. He remains in net for a second consecutive period. Victoria Sloan waiting in the wings as well as his brother Brent. 14:20 in the second period. Kostak back and forth. Nick Fox now backpedaling. He drops it off for Rafferty on the near side. Rafferty toward the clock, spinning free in space. Chance for the middle for Zadell. One hop shot scooped up by Alec Rubman. And again, a Thunder goaltender makes another strong save. Hasn't been extremely busy, but does have the 5 goals allowed in the first period. Looking to bounce back here in the second, does so right there, and he gets a good start to his second period affair. Chance in the middle for Hogarth, that's off his stick and pushed wide. Gets his own rebound though in the corner. Hogarth, stick check, ball jarred loose. Beneath the net now, Kostak cutting in, firing, and he scores! 5-0 on Beal. I don't know how it went through, but it did, and it's 6-5 Thunder. And it's Declan Hogarth, to be specific, to get his first goal today. Off the draw, Reuter takes it. Clear path for the net now for Reuter, who spins back, takes some contact against the glass, but holds his own. Reuter to Quinn. Sidestepping Quinn, giving to the far side. I believe that's Strelin. To Lindsay. Lindsay, a shot pushed wide. Played instead by Zadell off the glass. Zadell, chance in front, sidearm shot, and that one snuck in as well. It's Strelin from Lindsay, and it's 6-all. Two and a half gone in the second period. We continue our high-scoring, fast pace in this first game. 1 goal to either side in those first 2.5. And then Caleb Oswari off the draw will pry that one loose into the cross. Chance in front for Nick Fox, who swats at it and sends it toward the net. It was on target, but a little bit off as Rubman makes the save on the streaky Fox. Now to 71 of Smith. In front of the broadcast booth, going near side to far side. Sullivan has it against the far boards. Now he plays it to Korb. Backpedaling Korb. Chance in front here for Connor. Driving in. Connor a shot. He scores! 7-6 Thunder. There's 13 goals already on the board, and we're not even through 20 minutes. And Connor now gets his hat trick following an assist on a late goal in the first period. Has his 3rd goal of the day. Now Jake Hervada off the draw. Hervada, Sullivan spinning, slipping. Hervada recovers and scores. What an insane recovery there in front. And the Thunder again add to their total. It's 8-6. Goldner right at the doorstep. Now puts the Thunder in front by 2, where it's the second time today. It's been back and forth in a 1-goal affair all evening. And since it was 2-0, it is now 8-6. Commotion here off the draw as the ball is sent out of play along these near boards. And it seems like we'll have a penalty assessed here, and that's what the confusion was. It'll go against the Thunder, and the Pups will take over in a 5-on-4. So it's Jay Carvada getting a 2-minute minor for holding the stick. 10.5 to go in the second period, 8-6 the margin. Nick Fox, pass knocked down. Quinn recovers, fires on goal, saved by Rubman. Loose in the crease and Rubman's back on it. There is danger in the area though, is James Lindsay always hanging around there. But Resch takes it for the Thunder and gets out of harm's way. Resch to the middle, has Clinges, who then dishes right back, and he has Marr this time. Marr through contact, sidearm toss, he finds Resch. Resch driving in near circle, Resch spinning, shot clock to 7. Resch waiting for a shot now, doesn't have it just yet, 3 seconds and 2. Resch on target off the mark, and maybe Resch did clip him. To say clips Beal, the save was made, the shot clock was reset, but to no avail now, as Nick Fox will clear the area. Fox through a lot of contact, goes back and forth with Grippo this time, and now Grippo pried away. Grippo and Rafferty exchanging glances. Now that Nick Fox in the far circle makes a man miss. Fox with the lane and on goal, and he scores. 8-7 as Nick Fox continues to add to his season high total. He gets his second goal of the game, and the Pups 7th. Nine minutes flat to play in the second period. Hand is up immediately for yet another delayed call. Chance here for Resch. Resch toward the top has Sullivan. Sullivan driving, shooting, saving with Beal off the back, netting out of play. Maybe not actually. Now they do. It was a late whistle, but it was the correct whistle. And so it'll be an 8-7 ball game. But the Thunder will now go a man up, following Nick Fox's second man up goal of the game on the side of the Black Storm. Or the Pups, excuse me. Still stuck in last year. Colin Bozak will get 2 minutes for holding the stick. Same violation as Hervada earlier. Less than 9 to go in the second period, 8:39 exactly. 8-7 the score. It'll be 5-on-4 for a full 2 minutes. And a chance for the Thunder to jump in front again by 2. Although the Black Storm, the team leader in league leader, excuse me, in man down goals this season, and Nick Fox usually the main proponent of it. Marr to Connor, and Connor gets the favor return to the top of the near circle. Connor driving, scooting back to the top, and Hogarth winding, blocked that one down. What a play by the 43, and that's Sean Quinn, junior guy, stuck in front of it, and now does it again, and it's Quinn pries it loose at the corner. Tied up here is Goldner. He finally gets it into space. Haswar in the mix. He takes a stick check as well. Ball loose on the floor. Multiple players scrambling for it. Quinn fighting his way there as well. And he'll finally draw the whistle as it goes the way of the Thunder. Now play will resume as Connor takes it. Connor to the far end of the floor. Marr chance in front. Here's Connor winding, saving with Beal, loosening the crease, and it's pounced on there. And now the Pup offense can take over with the penalty just under halfway killed. Beal finds Sterling, up the floor they go. Sterling towards Adele. Adele plays it, and now behind the net to Kostak. Tyler Kostak wide of Rafferty. Had to play it off the boards, he can't. Kostak in the mix there as well. Zadell now plays it. Shot clock to 5 into 4. Kostak off the far glass. Chance in front, double pumping. Chance again, and then denied. And the whistle sounded as well for the shot clock violation. The first time either team has been caught. Here's Resch, the side up toss to Marr, and it's denied by Beal. Rebound back toward the middle, where it was played by Clinges, and now gets his own loose change off the glass, and he'll reset for his offense. The shot clock now wider than the penalty clock, and the Pups can kill the remainder of the penalty if they can stop him here. Hervada to Resch. Resch around the horns. Marr shot now, excuse me, nearly Zadell, but Marr took the shot. It was saved by Beal and shrugged off. Resch now plays it. Resch back and passing it wide for Korb. Played instead by Marr. Marr in deep. Penalty now expired as the ball will sail all the way back down toward Rubman. And it seems that there's a miscommunication there on the shot clock, as the officials were giving the clock the countdown out loud. And it seems like the Thunder are displeased with that as the clock was inadvertently reset. Thunder still pleading their case here. 8-7 they lead, and we'll have our first goalie change of the day. It's a Beal for Beal swap as Chase coming in relief of Blake Beal. Rubman will remain in net for the Thunder, so it'll be a Beal versus Rubman matchup still. This time as the 2 instead of the 28 for the Pups. 6:26 in the second. The Thunder plead their case to no avail. It'll be 5-on-5 as Lindsay goes around the horn. Lindsay gives out wide. Adele out of the lead with hard contact. What a play by Fox. What a goal by Nick Fox. A brilliant feed. He scoops it with one hand on his stick and he fires it with the other. 8-8 the score with 6:08 to play in the second. I believe it was Kostak on the assist, and Fox gets his hat trick goal, his first 5-on-5 goal of the day, and the score evens at 8-all. .540 in the second now. Again, the score stays 8 aside. Quinn to the far glass. Dishes for Lindsay, and the Pups put 3 in a row together for the first time today. Rafferty, Kostak spinning, Kostak diving and put it just off the mark. Rubman may have got a piece of it. And they'll say it beat Thunder ball. As now they pry it away, pass to the middle of the floor, and now taking it is Resch. Connor Resch. Further up, now a shot off the mark as it may have caught a piece of Beal as Clinges took the shot that time. Marr got the recovery. Now Marr into the corner where Austin Connor awaits, chance off the mark, and it's sent all the way back down toward Beal. And correction there, that was the 88 of Bruno, not Austin Connor. It is Thunder ball still as Rubman chased down the rebound. Shot clock to 10 here. Chance in front for Resch. He scores! A Thunder lead yet again, and it's 9-8 with 4:42 to play in the second. Now in the second as we begin play. 9-8 the score in favor of the Thunder. Austin Connor driving it off the draw. Connor leaping. It's wide of Beal off the back netting, and possession goes the way of the Pups. We're 3 goals away from continuing a 30-goal game pace. As this one has been even higher scoring than the first game last game slate on Monday, as that one was also a high-paced game for the first half. And this has so far carried the same resume. Lindsay to the middle, chance for Fox, triple team, the ball jarred loose, chance in front again, but Charlene couldn't scoop it. And the Pup offense will take it away for a reset. Liddell a chance off the mark. Rebound toward Kostak, off the glove, and now right back to Resch. Resch cutting in. Patrick Resch backpedaling, and now he's pressured out as that's brilliant defense by Caden Ziddell. Stick up high, lost his stick. Resch sees it, passes it, and the ball jarred loose from Kyle Marr's grasp. And it's right back to the Pups on defense. Fox, blue line to blue line action, now slows the pace and waits for some help behind them. That comes in the form of Quinn and Ziddell. Ziddell off the floor, off the boards, excuse me. Ziddell, chance, fired a little bit high of Rubman's shoulder. The rebound deflected and goes right back to Quinn. 3 flat to play in the second, 10 on the shot clock. Nick Fox on the far blue line. Fox driving, Fox over the top through heavy contact. A stick went flying. Fox is down. Rubman took contact. Play is now stopped as Nick Fox going full send, showing why he's one of the best players in the league. It's unfortunately no avail for him, but heavy contact there in the crease. .220 now in the second period. The Thunder take over following the ball going out of play on that mad scramble in front of the net. Marr in the nearest far circle, excuse me. Marr driving through contact over the top. Marr had a wide open net and it somehow stayed out. It caught mostly iron as Beal was beat. but it will stay the way of the Pup defense as they survive a scare there. Quinn to Solomon Hess. Hess driving, backpedaling, and Hess up the floor he goes. Chance in front here, the doorstep denied by Rubman, and that was Kostak who took the shot. He's deemed for being in the crease though, and so it'll be a Thunder ball when we resume play, a timeout called by the Thunder along these near boards. A minute 39 to play in the second period. We'll take a 90-second break with the Thunder defense. A 9-8 lead they hold. Minute 39 to play in the second period. 9-8 the lead in favor of the Thunder coming out of their last timeout. It'll be Thunder ball, looking for one last offensive stand, trying to jump in front by 2 for the third time today. They led 2-0, 8-6, and now hold a 9-8 margin. A very slight one as we've seen this game go back and forth in a high-paced offensive affair. It will not continue to quite keep the same pace as the first period, but still on pace for a very high-scoring night. Pass to the near side. It's Clinges who plays it around the blue line. Clinges to the far side of the floor, where it's played instead by the other Clinges. Back to Joey, and Joey right back. The favor returned, and Kyle Marr cashes the check to make it 10-8. And maybe now they say the goal was waved off, so it's no goal. It's Solomon Hess now on the ensuing draw. Has a chance in front, and it's saved by Rubman. Ball again loose from his pad. Up in the air it goes. Quinn in the mix. Same with Rubman. Same with Reuter. And now Quinn clears the area. Haywire sequence of events here for the Pup offense. They're back on it. Grippo a shot. He scores. What a turn of events as George Grippo evens the score at 9 apiece. The last goal was waved off due to a crease violation. That was by Marr, and I'm not sure he realized it at first as the Thunder defense was slow getting down the floor. It's Pup ball. Ball up in the air as Reuter off the ensuing draw through heavy contact. Gets the ball back into the corner. Great work by Reuter off the ensuing face-off. As now Kostak around the horn. Pass to Quinn in the middle. Winds and fires. And scores! What a setup by Reuter, and Quinn cashes in. Back-to-back in the final minute. It's 10-9 Pups. Running clock to end the second period. A 10-9 ball game going the way of the team in orange. We're through 30 minutes of play at Rizzo Rink, and 15 more will decide this battle for a possible #1 seed come playoff time. Final period of play in game 1 on Wednesday night. Jay Carvalho off the draw, charging in, shooting, saving as Beal losing the crease, and he's back on it just barely. It would have been a surefire goal in front as Clinges been at the doorstep. Now Fox is tied up, but he's able to clear the area. But the Pups get away with another one just then. 10-9, they lead for the first time today. Lindsay around the blue line. Lindsay in deep for Kostak, who backpedals and gives to the far side. Picked off, though, Sullivan's in the mix. And now Bruno is in the mix, and Bruno clears the area. Oh, Bruno, wayward pass off the top of the glass. Scooped up with one hand by Rafferty. Rafferty backpedaling, gives for Hess. Hess on a 2-on-1 disadvantage. Pump fakes a sidearm, keeps it himself. Now down 4-on-1 as Rafferty gives it back for Sterling. And now they'll reset with a fresh pair of legs coming on. That's Kostak. Kostak takes a check behind the back toss, and that one did not look as cool as it probably thought in his head as he goes out of play into the Thunder bench. The idea was there, but the pass not quite. Thunder ball coming up the far end of the floor. Resch to Connor. Connor back to the middle for Korb. Kellen Korb sidestepping. Shot clock halfway there. To Clinges. Back to Marr. Near circle to the middle, wide of Korb, and now played by Connor against the far glass. Connor giving chase, it's wide of his stick. I think he thought he had it, but it's Quinn instead who plays it. The shot clock will be expiring and then reset. A stick a little bit high. Quinn still holds on, no penalty coming from it. It was only for a split second as Quinn a sidearm shot on one hop. It's pushed wide of the mark, and the rebound right back to Pat Smith. So ball don't lie there. As Smith to the middle, in deep, Resch streaking in through heavy contact. The ball found the net. So did Resch. Waiting on the official call here. We'll see if it's goalie interference. Beal took a big shot there at the end. And he'll walk it off for a brief moment, all seeming to be fine in the Pup net. And they say it was a push there. So they say the Pups pushed the Thunder player who crashed into the net. And so that is why there is no goaltender interference. So the correct call, as there's a scramble in front, and assuming there was in fact a push, then that is the correct call. Chance in front here on target, chest pad save made by Beal. Rebound loose to Goldner. Goldner pump fakes behind the back, chance. What a goal! Goldner on the assist. I'm waiting for the number. I believe it's Resch who had a chance in front and capitalized. It is not, it is Clinges, and the score is 10-all yet again. So it is in fact Matt Clinges, number 91 from the 99 of Adam Goldner. And that answers the bell for the Thunder. The first goal of the third period comes their way. Off the ensuing draw, ball sent to the far corner, where it's off the stick of multiple players, one for either side, and then finally played back by a Reuter of the Pups with the clear possession. Reuter for Zadell this time. Zadell gives back and forth with Lindsay. Sidearm toss for Solomon Hess. Hess driving, pump faking, sidestepping, holding. Hess hit twice, sent to the boards. He's able to get the ball out in time. And now Kostak trying to draw his man off. Chance in front here for Rafferty behind the back stick. Play is wide. Solomon Hess again giving chase off the top of the boards. And shot clock violation going against the Pup offense. The Thunder are back on it for a reset. So less than 4 gone in the third period. Joey Clinges going around the horn. Adam Goldner now at the blue line between the circles. Goldner shooting, pushing it wide. The rebound off the stick of Korb. And it's back to Marr's grasp. Marr, one hop chance here. Marr driving off his stick and back into the stick of Beal. As again, that was Bruno, had a good chance to set everything up, but he couldn't quite capitalize. Pup ball with Solomon Hess. Caden Zadell pump fakes the return favor, holding, shooting, saving is Rubman. Up the floor they go again. To the far circle. Side again. Sidestepping again, excuse me, is clinges, and he'll clear the area. Backwards pass for Connor to Hervada. Hervada shooting. Saving was Beal. Rebound back to the middle. It's played by Korb between the legs of Hervada for a moment, but Korb is on it. One hop shot from Hogarth goes wide. Rebound past Quinn. Back to the Thunder. Chance in front again for Connor. Again saved made by Beal. Ball still loose in the crease and then cleared away by Aswari. Out of harm's way are the Pups as Sean Quinn slows the pace. Final 10 to go in the third period. A battle of the two top teams in the land. Kostak to Lindsay. Lindsay toward the top, where Hess awaits. Hess, shot on target, save made by Rubman. Now Rubman feeds it right back. Strelin, pump fake, he got the ball jarred loose at the last second. Strelin had a chance in front behind the net, and neither one did go. He had one on each side of it. Marr around the blue line. Marr the pass a little bit high of Grippo. Stick check there on Korb. And now Korb with a one-hand stick play there by Goldner. Winds in fire, it's a save by Beal. Would have been a highlight reel goal for Adam Goldner had it gone through, as he made a brilliant catch there in midair to even set up the opportunity. Now it's pup ball with Rafferty in the main circle. Rafferty finds Fox. And Fox to Kostak. Kostak between the circles, in for Fox. Pump fake, big check there on Fox. He's down. Hard contact as the Pups now fighting for it. Swide at and sent in deep by a Thunder player. Fox back to his feet. And now big check against the far glass as well. Another huge hit. Now another takedown here. Pushing and shoving. Extra regular effort taking behind the play. Players up in the air. My goodness. No clear punches being thrown. Solomon Hess went flying and literally both benches are furious now, as two Thunder players laid down massive hits on Pups. One was Fox between the circles. That was clean, but obviously much to the chagrin of the Pup bench. The other one not so much in the far corner, and now bringing about a penalty. The Pup bench still adamant for a possible call here. It'll be 5-on-4 Pups. We'll see what the formal penalty is. So it'll be a 2-minute minor penalty on the captain, Brian Daly, for an illegal body check. So the Pups do go up a man, and they'll be for the third time today in a 5-on-4. Nick Fox has scored twice in their past 2 attempts. He's got the ball here. Top of the near circle, Fox feeds Strelin. Out and around they go. Solomon has chance in front for Lindsay. Pump faking, holding. Lindsay shooting and scoring. 5-0 for James Lindsay. It's 11-10 Pups. The first goal of the third period for the Pup offense comes about 7 minutes in. It took them a while compared to the first 2 periods, but it is a go-ahead goal late in this one to make it 11-10. Pass up in the air, played by Zadell. Chance in front, they score! It's Kyle Marr right off the draw, and again the Thunder answer. You cannot make this game up. It's Kyle Marr less than 20 seconds later. Quite literally about as off the face-off as you can possibly get. It was on one hop into his stick and in the back of the net. Hervada hoping to mimic. To the far side, shot pushed wide, rebound back to Marr, the more recent scorer in the game. Marr in front of the scorer's table. Shot clock a third of the way expired. Up to the top, wide of Goldner off his stick. And now Goldner backtracks, and will play it right back. Less than 7 to go in the third. We're tied again at 11. Goldner in between the blue line and near circle. Adam Goldner driving backwards past the middle, wide of Marr into the stick of Goldner. Tick check there, and that is Resch, excuse me, and he'll be sent off. Beal drew the contact, and the 33 of Patrick Resch immediately put his stick into the back pad of Beal, and we'll see if they go down 5-4 again. So clock stops here at 6:37 in the third period, and a smart play to do just that. So 2-minute minor penalty assessed to the 51 of Caden Zadell on the Pups for a slash, and then that will also be countered by a Thunder penalty. That'll be the 33 of Resch for a slash himself. So we're going to go 4-on-4. Just waiting on a quick score update on the board. Everything now back up to date. 6:37 on the game clock. Around the horn they go with Caden Zadell. Zadell to the far board. Solomon Hess to the far glass. Back to the middle. Check there on Rafferty. Clock not quite running. Now it is. Rafferty around the main line. Nick Fox has it in the near circle. Fox driving in on Rubman. Spinning back. Now pressured out of the way. Fox into the corner. And around the horn it goes on 2 hops to Zadell. Chance in front denied by Rubman. Shoulder pad saves Zadell. Second chance. Third chance again. And 3 saves. But that one trickled home. Waiting on the call. It's a good goal. Third time is not the charm for Rubman, and the Pups cash in. 12-11. I had the 51 of Caden Zadell as the goal scorer. He was listed as the penalty taker, which is the confusion on my end. So he was on the floor. It's 12-11 Pups, and we have a minute left in the 4-on-4. So the goal still stands. Reuter, sidearm toss to the middle, looking for Sterling. It's wide of him, back to the Thunder. Chance in front. They score again. What an answer! 20 seconds later has been the magic number for the Thunder, and they do it for a third time in the game. 12-all the score, and we have another cinematic finish coming your way from Rizzo Rink between the Pups and Thunder. It was an 8-7 final on opening night, an overtime finisher that won it for the Thunder, giving them the 8-0 record. But the Pups are threatening, and they stay fighting hard in this challenge. Reuter to the corner. Hard contact. Stick goes flying, at least for a moment. Reuter's back on his stick, is on the ground. Hervada up the floor to Marr. Marr back to the top with Resch. Less than 5 to go in a 12-12 game. Patrick Resch driving past Oswari. Now spins back, and he has Traeger Hogarth. Hogarth to Clinges. Clinges again looking to make something happen here. He goes to Resch. Resch cutting, shooting, saving. Was it Beal? Second chance loose and back to the Thunder. Beal couldn't quite get on it. And now Kyle Marr takes it away. Marr to Declan Hogarth. Hogarth, a wayward pass, and over the top of the head of Korb. It's back to Oswari. A slight height advantage goes the way of number 88 for the Pups. And he gives it back for Lindsay. Oswari's been a little bit more inactive on the offensive side today. A lot more defensive in this late afternoon game. Solomon Hess driving. Hess spinning, passing for Lindsay. It's off his stick and then played back to the Thunder. Brian Daly, the captain, spinning around. Daly in the main circle. Against the far glass, Daly tied up, giving for Connor. 3.5 to go in the third. Austin Connor against the far boards. Connor to Goldner. Connor still holding between the circles. Connor stick check in on goal, save made by Beal, second chance, loose, and they score! It's Korb! It's a Thunder lead! It's 13-12 Thunder. 2:40 now and ticking in the third period. Off the draw, the Pups take it. Solomon Hess against the far boards. Hess to Nick Fox. Fox for Sterling. Sterling driving. Sterling over the top through contact. Rubman kept it out of the net. And I think he was pushed. That is the call. It'll stay. Pup ball in the near circle. .205 in the third. Now 13-12 the lead. Jay Hervada around the blue line. Hervada still holding the Thunder. Take it away. Following a close chance there in front as Rubman again stands tall. Declan Hogarth now in crunch time, 2-minute drill for the Pups. Hogarth to Clinges, to Marr, and back to Core, back to Marr. Kyle Marr at the top of the near circle. Marr driving, slicing through the defense. Pass to the middle, it's wide of his target. Heston is there for the Pups, takes a shoulder to his helmet. And now a violation goes against the Thunder offense. 90 seconds to play in regulation time. The Pups trying to force extra time. 13-12. A shootout is incoming. Passed a little bit high, but played by Fox. Fox driving, near circle Fox, spinning in space, backpedaling, makes a man miss. Fox tied up, ball up in the air, and it was over the net. Played by Hess, delayed call coming against the Thunder. That's big. Solomon Hess holding, sixth man is on. Lindsay between the circles, Lindsay a shot, blocked down wide of the net, rebound back to Hess, he gets it cleanly. Hess again pass wide, played by Zadell. Shot clock to 12 and to 11. Zadell holds, Zadell gives, Lindsay, pump fake, shot, off the pad, saved by Rubman. The Thunder take it away. The clock stops at 49.8. 13-12, the Thunder lead, and they have what could be the most important 50 seconds of their season coming up. There'll be a man down following this penalty. It's Patrick Resch, 2 minutes for holding the stick. 50 seconds, they go a man up, 3 man up goals on 3 attempts today for the Pups. Can they cash in one more time? It's Hess to the corner for Kozdak, right back to Hess. Zadell waiting, looking for Fox instead, over his head, played back by Marr, behind the back, stick play towards Zadell. And the clock stops 32 seconds in the far corner. There's a violation, a timeout called, excuse me, there by the Pups. 13-12 the score. We're through all but 32 seconds of play at Rizzo Rink in its most important 32 of any game this season, with big time playoff implications on the line. The Thunder coming in a perfect 8-0. And again, they're that 32 seconds away from continuing that to 9-0. They beat the second place Pups, who are coming in 7-2 by an 8-7 score on opening night. It's the first time these two teams have played since the very first game of the season. The Thunder, the defending champions, look to continue their win streak to then 10 straight games. Would be a more than impressive streak for this team that has won so many times recently. But the Pups, in their first year under the new name and uni, look to bounce back. It's Hervada for the Thunder. Off the draw. Hervada pickpocketed. Back in his stick. Nick Fox takes it away. A 3-on-2 for the Pups to go a man up. Stick check there. And it seems like we may have a fresh 30 for the Pups with 23.7 on the clock. Both sides to get their personnel on the floor as Nick Fox again taking a big shot at mid-floor. He's taken a beating today, but he's laid one on with a hat trick of his own. Everyone will reset. A timeout call this time by the Pups, the last one by the Thunder. The Pups will be 5-on-4 for the entirety of this game and make it 6-on-4, assuming Beal stays out of the net. As the Pup net is empty on the right side of the floor, Rubman stays in for the Thunder. It's 6-on-4 for the team in orange, and I love the play call. All the eggs are in one basket for the Pup offense. Can they beat the Thunder? One. back to Rizzo Rink. It's game number 2 on Wednesday night. This time between the 2 and 6 Beer Wolves and the 6 and 2 More Dudes, coming in currently at 3rd place in the league, but following the Pups' last loss to the Thunder by just 1 goal, 13-12. The More Dudes can jump up into a tie for 2nd place in the league. They'll be behind the 9-0 Thunder though, and so a quick shot on goal is blocked down. Played back by the Beer Wolves on offense as they began to get the running clock. And the 13:40 now quickly. Shot on goal is saved. Rebound pried loose and then scooped up by the More Dudes, who will clear the immediate area of harm's way. And it's Jonathan Miller who leads the charge out of said area. Miller to Ethan Kraus along the far boards. Kraus backpedaling, he finds 55 of Hoffman. Dalton Hoffman in the near circle, winding beneath the clock. Hoffman now in front of the Beer Wolves bench. Out wide off the stick of Kraus. Ethan Kraus in the middle, again pass blocked down. Kraus holds, Kraus feeds, and around the horn they go, but Ogier had one too many touches there. And there's a turnover on the More Dudes via the shot clock violation. It's Mac Ensley now in the far circle. Ensley, ball pried loose back to the More Dudes. That violation, the first of the game. Only 1 total in the last game. We already have 1 in 2 minutes in the game number 2 on this Wednesday. More Dudes ball on the other end of the floor. Samuel Beamer getting in the mix early. Beamer around the horn. He finds Tyler Rockowitz, Rockowitz to the number 90 or 88 to Greg Wheaton. Wheaton getting busy. Wheaton driving backwards pass here. Shot to the far circle is saved. And the rebound kicked right back out. Ball again pried loose and around the blue line it hovers. And the number 9 again of Rockowitz clears the area. Shot on goal is saved. And it's the 0-0 of Toby Fedor, who goes sprawling out and pounces on it for the Beer Wolves goal, excuse me. Beer Wolf ball on offense this time. Luke Fiorillo in the nearest circle. Fiorillo to Winters. Between the circles, Nate Winters through contact. Spinning, shooting, and saving there. Up into 95, the ball goes and back down as the More Dude defense stands strong in that possession. Haney now in the main circle for the Beer Wolves to Las Brigada. Top of the near circle, right back for Haney. Haney, a wayward pass into the corner. Body check there, shoulder pad laid down. Winters a chance in front, wide of Fiorillo as well as another Beer Wolf. Fiorillo now some more after the play. A stick swiped at there, and we'll see what comes about of that interaction a little bit later. Fedor was sprawling, the ball stayed clear, and I don't know what happened there, but Toby Fedor was way out of his net and facing it. But the ball was trickling in no man's lane. It stays there. Mac Ensley now is on it. Ensley to Winters in the near circle. Winters out across. Back. Winters, one hop shot off the iron. Did it go through? It somehow did not. The rebound deflects right back to Mingione, coming off a 6-goal night on Monday night. Las Brigada, chance wide. Second chance is put home, and the Beer Wolves strike first. It's a 76 of Winters who cashes in at the doorstep. It's 1-0 Beer Wolves around the 11-minute mark. More Dude ball coming off the ensuing draw. It's Kraus to the far side. Hoffman got touched in there as well, but Kraus still holds. Far boards, Ethan Kraus driving. Kraus in on goal, and he scores. He sneaks it past Fedor. A shoulder pad laid down there as well, but no harm, no fouls. Ethan Kraus cashes in to make it 1-1. One apiece in the early going as Kraus answers the Winters bell. Again off the draw, the Beer Wolves pried away. Ricky Amorum taking it through the midline and blue line. Into the corner, go Amorum and the Beer Wolves. Frank Haney with a return feedback his way. Haney to Winters. Winters widens and fires. It's saved. The rebound deflects right back out. Shoots right back up by Winters. Again a second chance, and again it's saved. So far, Billy Hauser having a great day in net for the More Dudes. He makes a few good saves in that possession. Ryan Mackey now in the mix. Mackey tied up, Beamer in the mix. Cutting through the defenses now. Moved over the top, and that somehow score. It went through. My goodness, Jonathan Miller. Up, over, and around the bend he goes to make it 2-1. Mutz makes a late break for the face-off circle, but he's there in time for the more dudes off the draw. It's Laspergata, big check into the glass in front of us. Laspergata pries it away and gets into open space. Laspergata up around the far glass. He comes right back to Ensley. Ensley patrolling the main circle. Sidearm toss for Winters. Winters to Mingione. Mingione tied up. Ball still in his stick. He's able to hold on to it there through contact. Frank Haney in the mix as well. Mingione clears the area. Behind the defense, Mingione a chance in front. Swatted at and swatted out by Hauser. And that was a very, very last second save made. Mordude ball stemming from said save. Pump fake is coming on. Was Jake Townsend. Now Townsend gets it. Thought about driving in and kicks it out instead. McClure, the one-hop shot that's saved. Rebound loose. Behind the back stick play. And again they score. A magical opportunity in front. It opens up and they cash in. And it's 3-1 Mordudes. As this time it's Ozier who goes sprawling out to make the goal. Score the goal, excuse me. Around the main stripe is Laspergata giving chase. Laspergata's on it. Stick up high. Laspergata holding. Laspergata to the far circle. Tied up there. Shot. Score! Chris Laspergata with an answer. And the Beer Wolves cut the deficit in half. It's 3-2. Ensuing draw ball up in the air, lofts it back the way of Fedor. Giving chase is Mackey. He'll play it on a hop off the glass. Mackey spins free. Stick check laid down. Mackey bouncing off a man. Again contact. Ball finally jarred loose and Kraus is on it. A penalty will be coming though, and it'll be against the Mordudes. It's against Ethan Kraus, the first goal scored today for the Mordudes. And a prime opportunity here for the Beer Wolves to even the score, but it does not start out well as Mac Ensley has to chase down a wayward pass off his stick. Shot clock already a third of the way there. Ensley up the floor, Winters out here to the nearest circle. Winters back and forth. Fiorillo back to Ensley, back toward Winters, who scooped on a hot. Chance for cut in, and they score. We are even again. 3-all, as for the 7th time this week. It's Luke Mingione coming off a 6th goal night on Monday. He's got his first today. Ball up in the air in the main circle. It's taken down. Big check there. Multiple players go crashing to the board. The Mordudes are able to come away with it unscathed for the most part. It's Rockowitz into the corner. He'll direct traffic. Double stick check, triple, maybe make it 4, maybe 5 now for the Beer Wolves. Good defense played. Save made by Fedor there on a wraparound attempt. But Fedor does close the door in time. Mingione gives for Ensley around the blue line between the circles. Ensley spinning, shooting, putting it wide. And the rebound is staying in play. Back to Mingione, fires again off the mark. The rebound back toward the Moore dudes, where it's deflected into the stick of the 47, John Creaney. Creaney, defenseman, making the best use of his few minutes so far. Murph Butler into the corner. Butler now waits for some help as he'll be forced to reset here. Chance for Hoffman now. The play was stopped as Hoffman fired that one off the mark. And it seems like a penalty will be assessed to the Moore dudes again. And we'll go a man up in favor of the Beer Wolves, assuming the player I'm seeing was not a Beer Wolf, and I might be wrong about that. The Beer Wolves already a one for one on their man-up opportunities, but now they have to kill a man down. It's a correction on that past assessment of the play. It's the 41 of Jason Jones, who was radioed in for the call. Well, correction, it's the 31 now. They'll change it. And it's double minor, so I was right, kinda. I was half right. 4-on-4 we go. Hoffman plays it on the near circle. Hoffman tied up. Now giving chase now for the Beer Wolves, the 10 of Liam Burns. Burns spins back. Ozier behind the net toward the far side. Save made by Mutz, losing the crease, pried away. And now behind the back play by Ricky Amorum will bring about a second whistle in the span of a few seconds. But possession will stay here with the Moore dudes in the end. 90 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4. Back and forth with the Moore dudes here. Ben Minardi to Hoffman. Hoffman holding, waiting patiently. Back for Minardi on the give. And now around the horn to Ozier. Ozier's a shot. He scores on the hop. It's 4-3 Moore dudes as Eric Ozier puts back-to-back together for their offense. .222 on the game clock in the first period. Ryan Mackey between the circles. Mackey through the main stripe. Into the near circle. Mackey backpedaling. Double cross checked. Mackey again through contact, trying to get past the defenseman, but unable to do just that so far. Wade Mutt standing tall. Fiorillo to the far boards. Mingione. Mingione between the circles. Mingione pushed it wide, rebound right back. It's played by Laspragata. Sick check there. He's held up for a moment. And I believe that's France who will pry it away. Shot clock violation called. And the Moore dudes will be forced to reset. A player is down, though, for the Beer Wolves between the circles along the near side of the floor. And that appears to be the 9 of Mingione, and we hope everything is okay there. We're going to take a quick timeout for the injury. Just 2 seconds remain in the 4-on-4, and we'll be right back. Minute 40 to play in the first period. 4 through the lead. The Beer Wolves take it away. Robert Lohman double covered. Lohman to the far circle. He'll back pedal. And he'll hit up a man here as Mac Ensley in the main circle. Ensley drifting in toward the net. Less than 90 seconds to play in the first period. Ensley a shot wide of the mark. And the rebound is just out of play over the glass in front of us. Murph Butler will not take it between the circles. Butler a shot, he scores. Murph Butler sends that one through. It's 5-3 More Dudes. Chance in front here for Laspragada at the top of the near circle. Laspragada goes out wide. Frank Haney with Winters coming on the bench behind him. Haney holding, shrugging off a man, taking the man down. Frank Haney on house shot, save made by Hauser, and Haney beneath the clock, stick check there. And it'll be Haney in the corner. Haney pass to the middle, it's wide of Lohman. And all the way back down, backtracking and scooping is the 22 now for Fiorillo. Game clock to 5 into 4. Fiorillo through contact, 3 and 2. Last chance, shoulder pad save made by Hauser. And that is how the first period comes to an end. 5-3 the score through 15 minutes of play. 30 more to come at Rizzo. Rank between the Beer Wolves and the More Dudes. And we will see you in just about 90 seconds. Running clock as we begin play in the second period. It's a 5-3 slight lead for the More Dudes. They've led by 2 twice in the frame. Their first one was completely washed out. Looking to add to their lead the first time here, though. Hoffman puts that one wide. And the rebound nearly all the way back to number 31, Jake Townsend. That's cut off before it quite got there. So it says the More Dudes driving in. Miller a chance. Stick check. Over the top, Miller. He scores. 6-3 More Dudes, and Jonathan Miller gets his second. Minute gone now in the second period. The Pups, the More Dudes strike first to make it a 6-3 ball game. Big check into the boards there for the Pup defense, so they're able to clear the area. And now it's the 42, Britt Lundberg across the midline. Lundberg driving in, and that one's scooped up. And it's saved by the new goaltender in for the Beer Wolves, the 99 of Joshua Hammer. Will now make his game debut. He's been very strong in net so far this young season. Winters went flying, took a big shot to the floor, and took one on goal as well, but that was saved. And now 90 seconds gone in the period. We've had a little bit of action in the early going. The 31 of Townsend still directs traffic. Townsend gets the return. Townsend's shooting, saving it was Hammer. Rebound off the glass, and Townsend was in the mix there. Can't quite see who had it. Jason Jones had some contact there for the Beer Wolves. No penalty assessed, but seems like he was warned about something. Stick to the chest pad there right off the ensuing touch. And Nothing coming about it there. It's clean play. Shot from the far side. Hoffman saved made by Hammer, loose in the crease, but Hammer is able to get right back on it. A few inches from the line where he scoops it. Hammer, sidearm toss to the far end of the floor. He's got Mac Ensley. Ensley continues up against the far boards. Ensley picks up the floor. Chance in front. Mingione, he scores! Off the floor and on the board. Luke Mingione gets his second. It's 6-4. Again off the draw, it's Lasbrigada against the far glass. Lasbrigada, stick check twice, now 3 times. He spins back, and now we'll finally reset. Mingione in front of the Beerwolf bench. Pass out wide, pass for Fiorillo. Rebound is back to Miller, whose net back pad is now up over the number, but Miller cutting in. Miller, a shot saved by Hammer, second chance in the crease. Big check laid down. The ball goes flying with it. And it seems like it'll stay here. And it goes the way of the Moore Dudes. Krause to Townsend. Townsend out and around Hoffman, cutting in. Did they score? They did. It streaks home. It goes right past Hammer. It's 7-3 Moore Dudes. Mutt's now off the draw. Mutt's tied up, ball backwards, and now played right back to the 42, Lundberg. Lundberg gotten around Mackey, a chance in front, between the legs they go. Save made, second chance did not go either, as Hauser standing on his head there for 2 back-to-back good saves. And now the Pups, the Moore Dudes take it away. 2-on-1 going the other direction, chance, and did not go. 2-on-1 with no shot, interestingly enough. Evan Scott waiting for the return feed, does not come about. Ryan Mackey had in his stick for a moment, but now Mac Ensley clears the area. Ensley a 1-on-4 disadvantage. He fires and it's saved by Hauser. Samuel Beamer getting 2 minutes for checking the crease, 2-minute minor on him. And the Moore Dudes will go a man down. Chance on goal, it's saved. It was nearly between the legs of Hauser, but a good heads-up play there by Murph Butler to close the door at the very last moment. Will keep the Moore Dudes in front by 3, 7-4 the score. Nine and a half in the second period. Still a 7-4 ball game. Jake Townsend in the near circle. Townsend still holding top of the circle just inside the blue line. Townsend waiting for some help. Double check 3 times. Roman holding him behind the back stick play right back to the Beerwolves. Quick takeaway. Lasbrigada back for the number 10 of the shot. It's saved. And the Beerwolves had some good defense there from Liam Burns, multiple stick checks, as he was able to clear the air and get an opportunity on goal. And the Moore Dudes pry it loose. They come up behind Hauser. Hauser lays some contact there on Burns. But it is Moore Dude ball. Miller to Krause. Krause a chance, double saving, and another shoulder pad save made by Hammer. Now it's the 10 of Burns. Back to the middle, Ensley. Ensley spins, fires, chance in front here. Mingione, a hat trick. 9 goals in 1.5 games for Luke Mingione. He's got 3 in a row tonight, and it's a 2-goal game yet again. Less than 8 to go in the second period. Running clock at a 7-5 ball game. A goaltender change here for the Dudes. And it'll be the 40 of Lemon off a draw. Quick chance in front, excuse me. That was Mingione, who had a look at the doorstep but could not capitalize. Chance again, and Hammer makes the save. Rebound right back to Ryan Mackey. And now Mackey will bring up against the midline. Mackey with 2 stick checks on him. Pressured out in space. 2 more to the shoulder and 1 more swipe for good measure. Mackey now just trying to dish out the contact. He sends that one wide to Fiorillo. Mackey with some more words following the play. Fiorillo between the circles puts that one off the mark. Rebound toward Winters. Winters picks it up. Chance in front again, and it was off the stick of Mingione. Recovers, shoots, and scores. What a recovery and a better goal for Luke Mingione. He's got 4 in a row, and he's picked up right where he left off. Spergato off the draw against the far glass. It goes. Frank Haney now plays it. Haney in deep, wide of Fiorillo. And it's loose and lost in the corner, where Butler tries it loose. Butler up the floor near Krause, wide of him. Played by Hammer with 1 hand on his stick. Ball popped loose. It's back to the Beerwolves, though. Brief scare for Hammer, but no harm, no foul. He's had before. Beerwolf ball cutting in. Ensley through the blue line. Around the main circle now. He patrols. Ensley, contact there in front of the net, and someone has been sent off. Looks like or maybe not sent off, but the play is directed the other direction. As that'll be a foul, off the ball foul. Krause, right off the ensuing call, will score. 5-hole on Hammer. It's 8-6. .5:20 now in the second period, 8-6 the margin. Into the far corner, tie up there. The Beerwolves will pry it loose. They have some space to work with here around the blue line between the main circle and the blue stripe. It's Fiorillo holding. Fiorillo backtracking, now Sutter stepping, looking to get forward, but he can't there. Good defense played by Creaney. Creaney, sidearm toss, past to 2 defenders, but off the stick of his intended target. So it goes the way of the Dudes, at least on the floor. Now a whistle sounds. They actually will stay here with the Beerwolves following a foul. So it is Fiorillo. Fiorillo driving, Fiorillo shooting, and Hauser saving. Second chance in the crease, but he's able to get back on it. Again, a brief scare for the Dude net. And again, it is Hauser out of the net, so it's Matt Kuhn who comes in relief of Hauser. He came in around the midway point of the second period. So while it was Fedor versus Hauser to start, it's now Hammer versus Kuhn, and Matt Kuhn makes the good save there. Wide of him, and now McClure plays it. McClure backtracking, shot, saving was Hammer. It was wide of him, but he didn't know where it was either. And now Mackey again with some stick checks laid down. Pass wide off the front of the glass, and it's back to the 31, this time of Townsend. Townsend out and around. Pass picked off. Here come Mackey and the Beerwolves. Mackey behests the defense. In on goal. Save made. Second chance again. Sprawling save by Matt Kuhn. Hard contact with the boards by Mackey. He's back to his feet though. 3:39 ticking in the second period. 5-on-4 on the other end. And now finally 5-on-5 as the 5th man is on for the sub. Chance and the goal for Mutz. Sam Mutz with the shot. It's 9-6 Dudes. Looking off the draw in the main circle. Las Brigada sends it backwards. It's Kraus trying to hunt after it. Couldn't quite do it there. Checking to the glass. Miller cutting in, and Miller scores. 3 in a row for the Moore Dudes, and they have reclaimed this ball game. It's 10-6. And Miller will add a hat trick of his own. .220 in the second period, 10-6, the score stick up in the air, and that's Las Brigada's. He's holding his face mask now, and may have gotten into it. Chance in front, and another goal for the Moore Dudes. Calls to have stopped the play before have gone unanswered thus far. Las Brigada checking to make sure everything's still in place. And it is 11-6 as it currently stands. Clock stops at 2:08. Waiting on the official ruling here. Both officials will meet just inside the defensive zone of the Beer Wolves to talk this thing over. The scoreboard still reads 10-6 as of now. It will be 11 if the goal is good. Seems like there will be another goal added. Now Las Brigada takes that one away. The scoreboard still has 10 up. We'll see if that changes. Miller between the circles. Miller a shot. They score. They get the 11th regardless. And now it is 11-6 at the moment, just within 2 minutes in the second period. Timeout called by the Beer Wolves. Clock stops at 1:49. 11-6 the margin. It's all Moore Dudes late. Minute 40 in the second period, 11-6 the scoreboard reads. So it seems like that last goal that was controversial did not count. Miller cashed in for the 11th goal regardless of how you cut that one, so it will be a 5-goal affair. Pass the middle from Mingione. He wants 5 of his own, but he can't get that one. Is that one saved by Matt Kuhn? He's streaking in, and he scores! What a hustle for Mingione. It's 11-6. 11-7, excuse me, and he comes streaking in for his 5th in a row. Last minute, 3 on the game clock in the second period. 11-7 now the score. Clock running now beneath the final minute. Off the ensuing draw, pass sent backwards, played instead, up in the air it goes, swatted at, and then scooped up by the number 12 of William Murdoch. Murdoch off the draw, good fight by him, but it's pried loose and scooped up by the Moore Dudes. It's Brett Lundberg who had it, and play is stopped. Timeout seemingly the call with 32.7 on the clock in the second period. And maybe, no, I was right. Trust yourself, kids, if you're watching at home. Timeout was called. 32.7 in the second period for goal margin. .7 on the game clock in the second period. 11-7 the score. Mordude ball to the far corner. Hoffman now plays it. Hoffman around the horn with McClure. McClure gives Kraus, winding Kraus backpedaling, and now back to McClure just inside the blue line. To the far corner they go. Chance in front, passed wide. Second chance back to Hoffman between his legs. He can't find it. Roman's on it, and up before they go, wide open net, and it did not go through. A big time risk there taken by the Mordudes. It's paid off so far. Now chance in front of here for Butler. Did it fully pay off? It did! A last-second goal, and what a play call for the Mordudes. It nearly backfires on them, but it is Murph Butler cashing in. It's 12-7 going into the third period, and it's all Mordudes in the second. Running clock being the third period now. Las Brigada right off the draw. Firing quick one on target. Tied up there with Murph Butler. He still has an extra shove. Stick goes flying. Whistles sound. And it seems like it'll be Mordude ball here as Las Brigada will at least have a foul to his name as he drew out the whistle. So it seems like no, maybe there is a penalty here. There's a 2-minute minor for unsportsmanlike conduct against Chris Las Brigada. So the Beer Wolves now down a man and down 5 goals. 12-7 the score. Hoffman between the circles. Hoffman feeds, behind the back pass. Chance in front for Ogier. Ogier wide of Hoffman. Over the back of now Fedor returns in net for Hammer. Fedor diving. Chance in the crease is nearly there. And nearly in the crease as well was Butler, but he did stay fair. But the goal is no good as Fedor kept it out. .40 now in the third period. 5-goal lead. Can the Beer Wolves get one back here while down a man? Mingione has 5 in the game. He has the last 5 for the Beer Wolves. Fiorillo to the main circle. Fiorillo pressured out against the far boards. Now in deep. Contact made. Chance in front on one. Hopping over the padding of Matt Kuhn, who does remain in net for the Mordudes to begin this third period. That one goes high. They say the last touch by the Mordudes. And so it'll be an Ensley ball to resume play. Ensley, stick check, 2 men on him. Mac Ensley with heavy defense and coverage. Chance in front, save made. Rebound, bounce right back out. One hop shot off the mark. And Ensley still spread out on the floor, needs help getting up. He'll get it by himself though, but slowly and now gingerly stepping back. Still Beerwolf ball in the far corner. Mingione has it. Mingione, a chance to the corners, off the wall, and right back to the Mordudes. And Mac Ensley will come off. Mordude ball against the far boards. Holding for a moment was Townsend. Jason Jones in coverage on him. Back to McClure on the blue line. McClure to the far circle. McClure driving, shooting, save, second chance, it goes through. It sneaks through Fedor, and it's 13-7, the game high 6-goal lead for the Mordudes. And it seems like someone has just been sent off for the Beerwolf bench now. There'll be at least a bench minor coming. So it's number 8 on the Beerwolves getting 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. So immediately the Beerwolves will go down a man yet again. They just let up a man down goal, excuse me. Their first of the day. That one, it definitely went high. As Aspergata is saying, someone definitely tipped it, but to no avail. And that said out of the stick, an odd missed shot there. As Aspergata usually reliable, but it'll be Mordude ball rather. Up the floor they go. Mordudes on the offensive side of Rockowitz to the far end of the floor. Past him, played back to Mackey. Mackey against the far glass through contact. Shoulder right into him, up into the glass. Mackey still holding, 2 defenders in coverage. Stick check to the side. Mackey spinning. Mackey a one-hop shot that nearly went through Matt Kuhn. It was good look on target. Chance in front here. Winters left wide open. Winters denied by Matt Kuhn. Just one in the goalie, and the goalie won. Ethan Kraus on a hop to the far boards. 10.5 to go in the third. 45 remaining on the Beerwolf man down. They trail by 6. 13-7 the score. Hoffman gets the return feed in the nearest circle. Hoffman out wide, shot and wound up, but did not get taken as Kraus now plays it right back. Kraus from Townsend, and they score. 14-7 Mordudes at the 10-13 mark in the third. The game was as close at 7-6 at one point in favor of the Mordudes. And since then, they have scored 7 of the last 8 in the game to blow this thing wide open. The last 10 minutes of play in regulation time. Ogier off the draw, goes backwards to Kraus. Kraus spinning, Kraus shooting, Kraus putting it wide. Rebound back to Ogier. Ogier chance in front, sliding behind the back, and a great play, a better goal, as the Mordudes again send one through the net to make it 15-7. And for the 4th time today, it is Jonathan Miller getting credit for the goal at the 9:31 mark of the third period. Less than 9 to go in the third period now. An 8-goal margin it stands. 15-7 the score. Off the draw, ball off the far boards. Played back by Miller. Miller and the Mordudes cutting it over the top again. And again it goes through. Right off the draw for a second straight time. And Jonathan Miller continues his legacy night to make it 16-7. 2 goals in a minute. And if there wasn't already, these are the final nails in the coffin. It is the Beer Wolves Wednesday night. The Beer Wolves will be well on the outside and looking far into the playoff picture. They're all but eliminated with a loss tonight. The Mordues, on the other hand, will move into a tie with the Pups for second place in the league behind the undefeated 9-0 Thunder. On one hop, it's a pass, ball past Winters. Chance in front here. Brett Lundberg scores a missile past Fedor. It's 17-7. Mordues saw the Pups drop a game earlier today, 13-12 in a back-and-forth affair with the Thunder. They saw they had an opportunity to cash in, and so far they have done just that in very effective fashion tonight. A 17-7 lead, and they've scored 10 of the last 11 goals in the game. And all 11 of them coming from about the midway point of the second period on. Ball up in the air following a Las Brigada face-off. When hand is up here, and I think a stick is caught in the pad of Las Brigada. Unintentional there, but it was a tie-up, and it seems like it'll bring about a call against the Mordues nonetheless. So as Beer Wolves number 16, that's Chris Las Brigada, called for holding the stick. He was one of the 2 players tied up there. 6:40 in the third period, much to the chagrin of the Beer Wolf bench. Down by 7 and now down a man for the 3rd time in the period. You'd imagine the Mordues will slow the pace. Butler taking one, maybe not. One hop shot save made, and that one in the chest pad of Fedor. It bounces right back to the 40 of Robert Lohman. Now Lohman backpedaling, looking for help, can't find it. McClure picks it off, back for Kraus, behind the back stick play save. Second chance, and it scores. Ethan Kraus makes it 18-7, and the Mordues continue to pile on. There's still 6 to go in the third. So there would have been a penalty on number 40, Robert Lohman, for boarding there on the Beer Wolves, but that will stand. It looks like Las Brigada taken down. Heavy contact there in front of the net. Got a shot off, but it's off the mark. And the Beer Wolves are trying to salvage anything in this late game on Wednesday. The scoreboard is truly deceiving in this one, as it was super close up until about the midway point of the game. But ever since that mark, it has just been all Mordues on offense. Took advantage of Hammer, and they have now blown this thing wide open with Fedor back in net. Timeout was called on the floor. 5:28 in the third period. 18-7. The Mordues continue their rampage in the late stages of this game. Early whistle there to begin play, or at least resume play in this third period. Shot clock is now reset. It's Beer Wolf ball. 92 of Amorum takes the return feed. Pass wide of him, and now the Mordues will slow the pace following a Beer Wolf giveaway. Murph Butler to the far boards. 5:14, 5:13 coming off the game clock. Mutz of the blue line, Directs traffic, gives for Hoffman, less than 5 to go. Hoffman out and around, Ogier to McClure. McClure, one hot pass, that's wide. And now the Mordues just trying to kill some clock and walk away with a win on Wednesday. It'll be a big one for them. They'll move to 7-2 when it's all said and done. And they again will tie the Pups, excuse me, for second. Ensley to the middle, pass wide, deflected toward Matt Kuhn, but he scoops it. And he'll make one more stop. And an opportunity here, over the top opportunity, and they score. It'll be Matt Kuhn on the assist, a goalie helper late in this one. It's 19-7 Mordues as Kuhn helps out Jonathan Miller, who now has a third period hat trick to his name and a 6-goal night. So 19-7 now the score. Laspragada around the blue line will play it. Laspragada through the main stripe. Chris Laspragada to the far circle. Laspragada sends that one wide. All right. 2-minute minor for slashing. Going to go against the number 5 of the Mordues. That's Jonathan Miller, so he'll be sent off. Mac Ensley around the blue line. Ensley in deep, driving an opportunity. It's pushed wide. The rebound back to Winters. Winters now behind the net. The scoreboard is fully reset to 19-7. Pass to the shot to the middle, excuse me, is on goal, but saved by Matt Kuhn. And the Mordues goaltender again making a few late stops and putting the cherry on top of a dominant Mordues victory. So the Mordues also unable to get across the midline in time there as Noah France couldn't get across the stripe. Mac Ensley will begin things for the Beagles in their first possession following the violation. Ensley out to the far circle, one-hop shot save made by Kuhn. Loosen the crease, Kuhn's back on it. And the Mordues will look to just reset, kill as much clock as possible, assuming they slow the pace here. McClure chance in front here at the doorstep, save made by Fedor. So come out of his net, squad at it. Jason Jones in the mix there. Laying some contact down. He's taking offense to that. Jones and Miller going at it, at least faintly, exchanging pleasantries. Jones to the corner. Neither side seems to be happy about this one. And the frustration coming to a boiling point now for the Beerwolves. And that will be it. It looks like they're going to call the game there. So the game stops with 2 to go in the third frame. And it is called due to time. It's 9 o'clock now. And that is when we have to begin to head out of here. So I'll sign off quickly. It's a 19-7 final. 13-12 the Thunder won. And 19-7 the Mordues beat the Beerwolves. Thank you all for watching. From myself and everyone else behind the scenes, I'm Caden Stewart signing off. Have a good Wednesday night and Thursday morning, depending on where you are.